This video has been sponsored by Reolink. Right at 10 years ago, I was noodling along the highway, don't even know what I was doing, driving somewhere, not really thinking about a whole lot of anything. And I remember looking up onto the side, on the countryside going by, and I saw a hill. And in my mind's eye, all of a sudden, I saw this massive sculpture on top of this hill. And in a fraction of a second, what I saw in my mind's eye sort of got downloaded into my head. Every moving piece, well, nearly every single moving piece of it, the plan, the design for the entire thing, instantly put into my brain. So I real quick scrambled to write everything down. When I got where I was going, I put everything into my big book of ideas. And I've sort of toyed with it for years. And then finally, a few years ago, I actually made a small scale model of one of the slices of this big sculpture, which is really hard to describe with words. I would just have to show you. I wanted to see if the mechanisms actually worked like what they did, what I saw in my head. And sure enough, they do. So now that I have my space, I am slowly, as like today, I have been working all day, gutter cleaning. I'm cold, I'm tired, but I don't care. I'm gonna work a little bit, slowly trying to get this thing built to a small model. The final version of it is gonna be about 20 feet wide by about 24 feet long and about 8 or 10 feet in the air. It's gonna be big, but I need to make a small version of it just as a proof of concept. When it's all said and done, the final sculpture is gonna have over 200 moving parts. That's a lot to keep track of in my head. I'm not using any kind of computer programming or anything like that. I'm just making what I see in my head. I got several boxes of packages of bearings, about 300 in total, so that this whole thing moves very, very smoothly. I don't like clunky, I like everything to be like fluid, like glass, like running water. I don't like it to look like it's about to fall apart. So this is the representation of the super clunky plastic version. I'm not done with this wood. I'm gonna actually shave it all down, take the corners off of it, round it, sand everything, make it really nice and presentable, you know, cut off the excess. I want this to be a really good looking finished piece, but I don't even know if the whole thing works yet because I've only got one slice made. There's gonna be 11 more of these in line, and I don't know if it's even gonna work because like I said, I've only seen this in my head this entire time. But this is one little section, and I'm gonna work on more of these. Because I'm actually making all this with my hands and tools, I'm not using CNC. I've made a couple little templates that I'm using over and over as a way for the hole placement, because this is very important so the whole thing works correctly. So that took about an hour, not too bad. Made one more piece. So this is one arm, complete arm assembly. and it's going to pivot from the inside here. So when this goes up, it goes down, and then when it goes down, it goes up. All right, it's after 8. Be back tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna go eat. So this is one of our Muscovy ducks. We've had her for a couple of years now. And she would be dead if it wasn't for our Real-Link camera system. So I hadn't realized that her wings are growing back out. We keep them trimmed so they don't fly off. Well, she found out that they had grown back and decided to see what was on the other side of the fence. So our big derpy dog said, "Oh look, a new chew toy," and took advantage of the situation. I had all the video feeds on my big TV in my living room, so the family can watch the animals while I was at work. And Molly and the kids suddenly saw her getting attacked by the dog, so they ran outside and saved her. And I'm pretty sure that our dog, could have just killed her instantly, but was just playing with her, roughed her up, lost some feathers, bloodied her a little bit, but probably would have eventually killed her if we hadn't seen it. So I am very thankful that we have the camera set up so that we can protect our livestock from our own livestock, if you know what I mean. I'm not going to show you the actual video of it. It's not necessary, and honestly it's kind of hard for me to watch. But it is really easy to download it off of the recording system that I have in my house. The onboard AI can identify the difference between cars and people and pets. So, chicken egg, Muscovy egg. You can set the maximum and minimum sizes that the AI identifies and sends you an alarm for. You can tune it to your needs. There's tons of different options for notifications. So these aren't actually ducks. They're a part of the goose family, and they have teeth, which is crazy, and really nasty claws on their feet. But as long as you pick them up and hold them pretty often, yeah, they're really not all that bad. And they also lay eggs very regularly and live for about 25 years. So if you would like to get a camera system so you can watch your family dog attack your birds, check out the link in the video description for a discount. Okay, while you guys are watching the ad for Real-Link, I went ahead and made a second set. This is a mirror image of the first, and the next piece is going to be in the center where all of the controls are to make the whole thing actually operate. I also welded up this guy, which is going to push everything up and down. This is just 3 bearings, 2 bearings at the bottom, and a little pendulum-y thing in the center. I'll show you how that works in just a second. But in the other room, I'm working on the center piece. I've attached 2 blocks of wood on either side, which are going to receive these polished rods. This will capture the whole center section as it goes up and down. So I just need to make a better, more polished rod from this rusty stuff and connect them together. So I'll go ahead and assemble everything I got so you can see sort of the movement. So I've got it clamped to the table, a little janky, but it works. So you can see the full wings, and then you can sort of see the movement. When I move this down, they go up, and this goes up, those go down, vice versa. So one thing I need to make sure doesn't happen is that this point goes right and left, because if that happens, then the wings go sideways, and I don't want that. I don't want them to be out of sync with each other. So that's what these rods are for on the sides. When they go through here, they're going to stay perpendicular, and I'm going to attach that to here so there isn't any right and left movement, only up and down, so that the wings stay together. I keep hitting that clamp. Okay, so just like that. So like I've said, this is just one part of a bunch of them. So the center area, what's going to be attached here, is going to sort of be the body, as it were. So when the wings go up, the body goes down. It's going to be segmented all the way back, and should look pretty cool when it's flying through the air, sort of undulating through the air. This has been stuck in my head so long, and it's really cool to see it actually working. I've got a lot more to do. Okay, bye.